Good morning. I wanted to give you a report on the Royse City Run Fest. So I ran the 5K, Jav ran the fun run, and Sienna Pirate ran the fun run. And I will say both my girls did great. So let me tell you about Jav first. I decided to try to stay up with her so I could get some video of her. She started off one of the first 3 in the race and right next to the pacer, so I felt like maybe he was slowing them down. I yelled at Jav, "Tell him to speed up!" And the other 2 kids started dropping out after that point. Jav stayed with them the whole time. I decided to try to run along with her because I was afraid she was going to stop and walk. It's a 1 mile run. Come on, girl. She never stopped and walked. And in fact, couldn't keep up with her. Turns out my daughter is faster than I am because she finished around 7:30. And I don't know if I've ever had a race time of 7:30 per mile. Great job, Jav. Very proud of her, and I bet if she had some sharper competition, she would have done even better. Now, about Sienna. I didn't stay with her. Daddy stayed with her, but I knew that she could make the mile because the Caddo Mills Fest last year, I told her she didn't have to run the whole way, but she would walk some and then she would run some. She ran so much through that race. I was very impressed. And it turns out she did the same in this one. Because she finished around 12:30, which for a 3-year-old, I would say that's real impressive.
Run for the finish line, see ya. Keep going, babe, keep going.
Then it came to my race. I gotta tell you, don't underestimate the speed of the Royse City runners. I did. It was a small race, not many people there. So I started off near the front because I hate trying to pass so many people and feeling so tight and cramped at the beginning of the race. Johora said, "I knew you started off way too fast and way too up front in the race." Okay, so I did. So usually I can run the whole 3 miles without stopping and walking any, but not today. I had been running to stay in shape, but I had not been training because look back at my previous runs. I ran some 2 miles to the fair, some 2 miles back to the car, and I had run some 3 miles, but at a slow pace because I needed to keep Sienna going and she kept stopping. So staying in shape to run is very different than training for a race. So I was quite disappointed with my performance in the race. I did finish at 28:40, which I think is around the same time that some of my first 5Ks I finished at. Great, back to my performance at the age of 22. Not my best, about 9 something per mile. And I really like to aim for around 8 something per mile. But when I look back at my previous race averages, I average around 9:37 now, so I mean, Johora was telling me, we don't run like we used to anymore. Maybe we'll get back to it. I know that a lot of times the 30 age range is more competitive than the younger age range, but we're just not at that point in life when we're fast anymore. However, we do have some fast running girls, so I'm proud and I appreciate that they ran this race and I'm excited about what they're gonna do.
Doing good. Keep going. Come on. We're not gonna stop. Here, get on this side. Where you go? No, right here. Right here.
Slow, buddy, just stop.
There you go. Good job. Keep going all the way. Good job. High five. Ah.